Hi, hello everybody. How are you all in the pandemic situation? I hope you all are okay. Myself Minati Panda. I am going to teach you mathematics, which is a very difficult subject for everybody, but I am going to teach you in the simplest way. Stay home, stay safe. Okay, let us start.
Today we will start differentiation. Or you can say derivative.
What is derivative? Suppose I will write y is equal to f of x. And what is y is equal to f of x? Y is a function of x. Y and x are two variables. Now rate of change of y with respect to x with respect to other variable is called dy by dx. This is the rate of change of y with respect to x, where which is the dependent variable? Y is the dependent variable. There are two variables, x and y. There are two variables where y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable, where y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. Similarly, suppose I will write x is equal to function of t, then what is dx by dt? Dx by dt is the rate of change of x with respect to t. So x is the dependent variable and t is the independent variable. Dx by dt is the rate of change of x with respect to t. So this is all about differentiation. So let us write some important formula of differentiation. Some important formula already you have read in physics and in class 11th also. Number 1, what is d by dx of x to the power n? D by dx of x to the power n means what is derivative of x to the power n with respect to x? That is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1, where n is a constant. Example, what is d by dx of x to the power 10? Your 10 is a constant, so this becomes 10 into x to the power 10 minus 1, that is equal to 10 into x to the power 9. This is the answer. Derivative of x to the power 10 with respect to x is 10 into x to the power 9. Now let us move on to the second formula. D by dx of sin x. Derivative of sin x with respect to x is your cos x. Derivative of cos x with respect to x is equal to your minus sin x. Similarly, derivative of tan x with respect to x, that is your sec square x. Now number 5, derivative of cot x with respect to x is equal to minus cosec square x. These are all important formula you have to remember. Now number 6, d by dx of sec x, that is equal to your sec x into tan x. Sec x into tan x. Number 7, d by dx of cosec x is equal to minus cosec x into cot x. Number 8, d by dx of log x base e is equal to 1 by x. This is derivative of log x with respect to x is 1 by x. Number 9. D by dx of some constant, derivative of some constant k is equal to 0, where k is any constant. Example, what is derivative of 5? Derivative of 5 is, example, this is an example, d by dx of 5 is equal to 0. Why? Why derivative of 5 is 0? Because since 5 is any constant, 5 is a constant, so 5 is any constant, that is why derivative of 5 is equal to 0. What is d by dx of sine 30? This is not your cos 30. Why? Because sine 30 is a constant. Sine 30, value of sine 30 is equal to half. This is a constant term. This is not your cos 30. That is equal to 0. Why? Because sine 30 is a constant. So, derivative of any constant is 0. Now, what is d by dx of a to the power x? What is d by dx of a to the power x, where a is any constant? D by dx of a to the power x is equal to a to the power x into log a base c, where a is any constant and x is your variable. Now, what is d by dx of e to the power x? Here in place of a, we are writing e. So, that is equal to e to the power x into log e base c, and the log e base c is your 1. That is why derivative of e to the power x with respect to x is equal to e to the power x into 1, that is equal to e to the power x. These are the important formula. Now, what is derivative of some inverse functions? What is d by dx of sine inverse x? That is equal to 1 by root over of 1 minus x square. D by dx of cos inverse x is equal to minus 1 by root over of 1 minus x square. D by dx of tan inverse x is equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. Now, d by dx of cot inverse x is equal to minus 1 by 1 plus x square. Now, d by dx of sec inverse x is equal to 1 by mod x into root over of x square minus 1. Now, the last formula, d by dx of cosec inverse x. D by dx of cosec inverse x is equal to minus 1 by mod x into root over of x square minus 1. These are the very, very important formula we have to remember. Okay. Now, let us do some properties. What are some properties of differentiation? There are some properties of differentiation you have to obey. Now, number 1, right? Properties of differentiation. Number 1, d by dx of f of x plus g of x. F of x is one function, g of x is another function. Now, derivative of sum of two functions is equal to derivatives of f of x plus derivative of g of x. D by dx of f of x plus g of x is equal to d by dx of f of x plus d by dx of g of x. Number 2, d by dx of f of x minus g of x is equal to d by dx of f of x minus d by dx of g of x. Number 3 property, d by dx of product of two functions f of x into g of x. This is an important property, is equal to f of x into d by dx of g of x plus g of x into d by dx of f of x. Number 4, this is also an important property, division property, d by dx of f of x by g of x is equal to g of x into d by dx of f of x, or you can say denominator into derivative of numerator minus f of x into d by dx of g of x whole divided by g of x whole square. This is the property 4. What property 4 says? D by dx of quotient of two functions is equal to denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator divided by denominator whole square. Now 5th property is d by dx of some constant into one function. D by dx of k into f of x, that is equal to constant comes outside, into d by dx of f of x, where k is any constant. Where k is any constant. Now let us do some examples. Okay. Now what is d by dx of, example, d by dx of x to the power 10 minus sin x plus 5, that is equal to, you separate the derivatives, that is equal to d by dx of x to the power 10 minus d by dx of sin x plus d by dx of 5. Individual derivatives, that is equal to, you apply the formula. Which formula you have to apply? Derivative of x to the power n, because 10 is a constant term. Now derivative of x to the power n with respect to x is 10 into x to the power 9. So this becomes 10 into x to the power 10 minus 1, that is 9, minus derivative of sin x is cos x, plus derivative of this is 5 is a constant term, so derivative of 5 is 0. Now answer is 10 into x to the power 9 minus cos x. Now let us take another example. D by dx of 2 into e to the power x plus e to the power x minus log x, that is equal to, again you have to separate, that is equal to d by dx of 2 into e to the power x plus d by dx of e to the power x minus d by dx of log x. Now that is equal to, here 2 is a constant term, 2 is multiplied with e to the power x. So according to last property of differentiation, 2 comes outside. So this becomes 2 into d by dx of e to the power x plus, put the formula of derivative of a to the power x, this becomes a to the power x into log a base e minus the derivative of log x with respect to x is 1 by x. So answer is, what is derivative of e to the power x with respect to x? This is e to the power x. So this becomes 2 into e to the power x plus e to the power x log a base e minus 1 by x. Now let us do another example. What is d by dx of sin x into x to the power 10? You apply the product rule here because sin x is one function and x to the power 10 is another function. So apply the product rule. This is your f of x and this is your g of x. Now that is equal to your f of x into d by dx of g of x. This becomes sin x into d by dx of x to the power 10 plus x to the power 10 into d by dx of sin x. That is equal to sin x into what is derivative of x to the power 10? Apply the formula x to the power n, derivative of x to the power n. This becomes n into x to the power n minus 1. So this is your 10 into x to the power 10 minus 1. So this becomes 10 into x to the power 9 plus x to the power 10 into derivative of sin x is your cos x. So that is equal to 10 into x to the power 9 into sin x plus x to the power 10 into cos x. This is the answer. Now let us take another example of quotient rule. D by dx of sin x by log x. Now f of x is your sin x and g of x is your log x. So apply the quotient rule. What your quotient rule says? Denominator into derivative of numerator. Numerator is your sin x, denominator is your log x, or f of x is sin x and g of x is log x. So log x into d by dx of sin x minus sin x into d by dx of log x whole divided by log x whole square. That is equal to, what is derivative of sin x? This is your cos x. You know derivative of sin x is cos x. So that is equal to log x into cos x minus sin x into derivative of log x is your 1 by x whole divided by log x whole square. This is the derivative of sin x by log x. Now let us move on to some important properties. Now let us differentiate between two functions. What is an ordinary function and what is a composite function? What is a ordinary function? Ordinary function, you just differentiate these two functions, ordinary function and another one is composite function. Now what is an ordinary function? Ordinary function, now let us differentiate between two functions. One is ordinary function, another one is composite function. Now what is an ordinary function? Ordinary function means, just suppose I will write sin x. It is an ordinary function. Why it is an ordinary function? Because you can say sin x is a function of x, because only one variable is there, only the variable is x. So you can say sin x is a function of x. But suppose I will write sin 2x. This is not an ordinary function. This is a composite function. Why this is a composite function? Because sin 2x is a function of 2x and 2x is a function of x. Two functions are there. That is why this is a composite function. Now suppose I will write log x. This is also an ordinary function. Why? Because log x is a function of x. But suppose I will write log sin x. This is a composite function. Why this is a composite function? Because log sin x is a function of sin x and sin x is a function of x. That is why this is a composite function. Suppose I will write e to the power x. This is also an ordinary function. Why e to the power x is a function of x. You can stop here. But suppose I will write e to the power sin x. It is not an ordinary function. Why this is not an ordinary function? Because this is not an ordinary function. Why this is not an ordinary function? Because e to the power sin x is a function of sin x and sin x is a function of x. Okay, these are the examples of composite functions and these are the examples of some ordinary functions. Now suppose I will write x to root over of sin ax plus b. This is also a composite function. Why root over of sin ax plus b is a composite function? Because root over of sin ax plus b is a function of sin ax plus b. And sin ax plus b is a function of ax plus b. Ax plus b is a function of x. That is why this is a composite function. Now, these are the some differentiation between ordinary and composite function. Okay, now let us move on to next. What is your chain rule? Right, chain rule. You can differentiate ordinary functions by applying the formula. Because d by dx of sin x, you know d by dx of sin x is equal to cos x because you have the formula. That is why you are writing d by dx of sin x is cos x. But how to differentiate d by dx of sin 2x? Where sin 2x is not an ordinary function, it is a composite function. Now how to differentiate this? Now let us discuss about an important rule which is called chain rule. The method of differentiation of the composite functions is called the chain rule. Now what chain rule says? Let us take a composite function. Example, how to differentiate sin x square. Sin x square is a composite function because sin x square is a function of x square and x square is a function of x. Now how to differentiate this composite function? That is equal to, we can write derivative of sin x square with respect to x square because sin x square is a function of x square and x square is a function of x. So derivative of sin x square with respect to x square into d of x square with respect to x. Now what is derivative of sin x square with respect to x square? Suppose this is your u. Then derivative of sin u with respect to u. What is derivative of sin u with respect to u? That is equal to cos u. So this becomes cos x square into derivative of x square with respect to x is 2 into x to the power 1, that is 2x. Now answer is 2x into cos x square. This is called chain rule. Method of differentiation of the composite function is called the chain rule. This is called the chain rule. We have to differentiate any composite function by chain rule. Let's take some other examples. D by dx of sin x square plus 5. Sin x square plus 5 is a composite function. So we will write derivative of sin x square plus 5 with respect to x square plus 5 into d of x square plus 5 with respect to x. Why? Because sin x square plus 5 is a function of x square plus 5. X square plus 5 is a function of x. So that is equal to, suppose x square plus 5 is your u, then derivative of sine u with respect to u. What is derivative of sine u with respect to u? This is your cos u. So it becomes cos x square plus 5 into, what is derivative of x square? You know derivative of x square is 2x plus derivative of 5 is 0. Why? Because 5 is a constant. So this becomes 2x into cos x square plus 5. This is your answer. Now suppose differentiation of cos sin x. How to derivative or how to differentiate cos sin x with respect to x? Cos sin x, right? D by dx of cos sin x. D by dx of cos sin x is equal to derivative of cos sin x with respect to sin x, because cos sin x is a function of sin x and sin x is a function of x. So derivative of cos sin x with respect to sin x. What is the value of this? Suppose sin x is u, then derivative of cos u with respect to u. This is your minus sin u. So that is equal to minus sin x into derivative of sin x with respect to x is your cos x. This is your formula. Derivative of sin x with respect to x is cos x. So this becomes minus cos x into sin x. This method of differentiation of composite function is called chain rule. This is called chain rule. Now let us take another example. Now let us take another example. What is the derivative of tan 2x plus 3? This is also a composite function, so we will apply chain rule. Now what is d by dx of tan 2x plus 3? How to break this? That is equal to d of tan 2x plus 3 is a function of 2x plus 3 into d of 2x plus 3 is a function of x. So derivative of tan 2x plus 3 with respect to 2x plus 3 into derivative of 2x plus 3 with respect to x. Now what is, suppose this is your u, then what is derivative of tan u with respect to u? This is your sec square u. This is, you have the formula of tan x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. So this becomes sec square of 2x plus 3 into, what is d by dx of 2x plus 3? d by dx of 2x plus d by dx of 3. d by dx of 2x is equal to 2 into d by dx of x plus d by dx of 3. Now this becomes sec square 2x plus 3 into 2 into, what is d by dx of x? This is your 1. So 2 into 1. Derivative of 3 is 0 because 3 is a constant term. Now the answer is 2 sec square 2x plus 3. Okay. Now do some problems from your NCERT book. That's all for today now. If you have any doubt, then comment in the comment box. If you like my video, then share, comment and subscribe. Okay, bye.